I want to welcome you all to this tutorial. I'm super excited that you are here. This Creativity Academy once again, and in this tutorial video we're making a product package design. So without further ado, let's get into business. Now the next thing to do now is to delete these tests. Let's first delete this test, we don't need it. Now the next thing now after doing that was to create our image size, to set our image size. By coming over here and what? I'll be making the width 500 and the height I'll make it 1100. Okay, so you can see what we have. Now after doing that, the next thing to do now is to what? Go over to gallery. So I'm bringing in a particular image now, which is this. Click on it and what? And come over to the relative size, and relative size I will just increase it like this, like so. Okay, after doing that, let's change the color of this to green. Okay, now let's change the background color of this. Now come over here and let's change the background color to white. Okay, so having done that, now come over to the layer panel and pin this down. Now the next thing now is to go over to gallery again, bring in another image, which is this. Okay, bring this in and come back to relative size and what? Increase this as well. Okay, having done that, now the next thing to do now is to change the color of this as well to green. Okay, then after doing that, let's go over to gallery, bring in another image, okay, which is this, and what? Okay, the relative size as well, you can what? Expand it as well, like so. So after doing that, now click on this and let's change the color as well to green. Okay, after doing that, now let's come over to gallery again to bring in another image, which will be this again. Okay, so now let's adjust this like so, like this. Now let's adjust like this and what? Let's change the color to green, so you can see what we have. Now having done that, the next thing to do now is to come let's pin all these down. So I'll come over to shape. Now I'll come over to shape, and I'll make a circle. Okay, so I'll try to reduce the size. Okay, let me change the color of this circle now to something like yellow, like orange. We have orange color here. Yeah, something like this. So now I'll be adding a little bit of stroke to this, like white. Okay, so it's okay. Just reduce it like so. And after doing that, now just bring it down, just going to this side. The next thing to do now is to come over to our text. Now to the text, let's write something. Now the next thing we'll be doing, I'll be writing range. Okay, so bring this down also, and let's change the color of this to green as well. The color of this text. Now come back to the color, but let's expand the size first. Okay, now come over to color now, and let's make the color, the color green. Okay, you can see. So now the next thing to do now is let's give this color, let's come over here and let's give the color stroke now, and make the stroke let's make the stroke white. Let's give it a white stroke. Okay, you can see what we have now, like 4. Okay, let's see 5, 6. It's okay. Now let's come over here and change the font of this text. Now we're making use of fonts now. Let me see my fonts. It's a particular font I want to use. Let me search for a font here. font we want to use. Wow, this particular font I want to use, but the font seems the font is not here. Since the font is not here, so the font I want to use, let's come over here. Let me search now. This is the font I want to use, Gallo Regular. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing to do now is to come over here. You can see what we have. So the next thing now is, so let me duplicate, let me copy this, this text by clicking on copy, then edit. So now I'll be typing in something now. Energy drink. Okay, like so. So let's reduce the size of this one, expand it like so. Orange energy drink. So you can see what we have. So the next thing now, after doing that now, let me expand this a little bit more. This orange, let me increase the size a little bit more, like so. So let me come over to this shape as well. Let me increase the size a little bit, and I think I need to add a little bit of stroke to this again, stroke, and like so. So this orange as well, I want to add shadow to this. Shadow, come over to shadow, like so. And come over to the blur, make the blur 0, and come over to the offset Y. I make the offset Y 4, 5. Okay, it's cool like this. So now the same thing will be applied to the energy drink as well. Make the blur 0, offset Y. Okay, so having done that now, the next thing now is to make sure this works together perfectly. Just adjust it like so. Okay, and come over to the energy drink as well, and let's just make it like so, like this. Let me increase the size a little bit more. Okay, it's cool like this. So we can move this up a little bit, and this up a little bit as well. Okay, okay, expand it a little bit. Okay, so now let's move this now. Move this like so. Okay, having done that, the next thing to do now is to come over to gallery again. From gallery, so now let's bring in another image, which is this particular image. Okay, and let's just bring it down like this. Bring it down like this. So having done that now, the next thing to do is you can see what we have now. You can see it's getting so beautiful, isn't it? So beautiful. Okay, so now you can see what we have. You can see what we have. So now after doing this now, the next thing to do now is to save this. Let's save this now. Let's go ahead and save this now. I'm going over here, save as project, save as image, and I make it PNG, the custom ultra, then save to gallery. So let's wait while it saves. So after I finish saving, the next thing to do now is to we are going to be applying a mock-up to this. That is the next thing we'll be doing. So for this, for us to do the finishing of our design, we'll be making use of this particular app, Pixart, this one, as you can see. So now, what we'll do next now is to click on this app to open it. You can click on this to open it. So once the app is open, so we'll be applying what we just designed on the mock-up. So all we do now is what to this is the mock-up I want to make use of. Just click on the mock-up, this particular one. This is the mock-up. Just click on it. So you can see what we have now. So what we do now is, after clicking on the mock-up, now the next thing to do now is what to apply our design on this mock-up. So what we do now is to what come over, show, and look for add photo. Just click on add photo, and so we clicking on what on the design we just made, this particular one. Click on it, then click on add. So the next thing now to do is to adjust this properly to fit in. You just have to be careful when doing this, so that we can have a very, very good result. Okay. So as you can see, just have to be very patient. Okay, so having done that, now what we'll do next is, now let's try to reduce the opacity so that we can have a clearer view of what we are doing. Let's just take a look at it. I think it's cool like this. So after that, increase the opacity and look for blend. Just try and look for blend. You can see blend. Click on blend, and just what we're making use of multiply. You can see multiply. You can see what we have. You can see how beautiful this is. This is how you can apply that to a can mock-up. You can see. Look at this. So after doing that, just click on this mark sign here. So after you are done, the next thing is just to save this by clicking on the download icon here. You can see, you can do that. So thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.